So all it took really were a couple CEOs mentioning that they are probably going to be lifting their prices based on tariffs, and also the critical news that the government isn't facing any opening just yet. Confluently with the 10-day closure and the 10-day reopen, then we faced this critical downside, which was one of the things that I actually mentioned to the team last night. And that was the one thing that we just didn't need for price action to reject the way that it did. So what is price action going to do from today? What is price action thinking? Well, let's go ahead and try to decipher that within this episode here. But before we get started, welcome back, everybody. Please do me the favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca. I'm coming at you at 9:54 p.m. Pacific time on October 7th. And price action is sitting at about 285.97 on XRP after it just dipped very low here at that 283.19. And by the way, we did have a bit of a regression down there, or a support bound, right? One of the liquid supports that we were speaking of just last night. But I got to tell you, didn't actually think that we were going to reach that. Actually, you know what? We spoke of 290, not 285. To 285 or 283s down here. These were based on the trading team earlier this AM. So let's go ahead and find out what's up, guys. I have USDT dominance, the dominance chart right up here. So let's go ahead and take a look at that as well. And yeah, that's coming up to our last resistance right at 4.36%. We spoke of this just a few days ago in order for us to reject and continue on to the downside. So I do like the rejection, okay? I do like the rejection, first of all, because we've been rejecting from this area here for quite some time, although a little bit higher, but still worthy. Now, does this have the ability to reject for continuation to the downside? That's going to be the overall question here. So in other words, this would have to be faced in a more immediate short term. Like, for example, here, the 15-minute time frame on dominance, it's showing that it does have a bit of downside here, and it's facing some nice downside here, guys. Seeing that the bounce that we got on XRP from the last 15 minutes or last 30 minutes, this cascades upside all the way. I'm not going to do the math here with you, right? So I'm going to do this quickly so that you know what to do. This cascades upside all the way up to the 12-hour time frame ATR, and that gives you about an ATR of what? $2.93.43. So I'm still going to maintain these resistance ranges here, which were our prior entry conditions before that upside that we were expecting based on the pennant. So yeah, guys, I do believe that price action, should it have continuation right now, downside would be coming in on USDT, the dominance chart, and upside should be coming in on XRP or risk on assets. Other than that, let's see. Well, the futures contracts are kind of going green right now in the traditional markets, but I will say that does have a very dangerous setup right now too. So if it is that we're kind of correlated to the broader markets, which kind of looks alike, I gotta say that this is a very large, bearish engulfing true red outside bar, and you gotta. It's kind of a triple top-ish too. So that doesn't mean that it's completely validated and that we're going to just continue to the downside. It just gives us a little bit further of a probability within there. But like I said, dynamics are dynamics. And let's just go ahead and take a look at one more thing here within the XRP chart. I'd like to look at this from, without any drawings here, from the 10-day chart. Let's see what's up. Okay, well, the 10-day chart is absolutely an inverted hammer, and that does show continuation towards the upside. Now, the 293, yeah, we have some resistance coming up right about here, which would be the 289.99 that we've been talking about here for a while. And should it combat the 293, guys, yeah, it would be around 294.35. I do believe that we have those resistances kind of there. Yeah, 295.35, sorry. 292.59, 290.23. This area here, I'm going to stick to it, guys. I think that we do have a pretty nice opportunity to get up there, but the condition here would be to make sure to continue that sentiment all the way up. Should there be something to be announced? I don't know. Maybe it's going to be announced overnight. I have no idea if this is actually going to be said today. or tomorrow. But if there is something, it feels like it may actually be mentioned in the next day, whether it's XRP related, whether it's macro news, whether it's from the Magnificent Seven in the equities. I don't know. Whatever that is, it feels like something is going to get mentioned because it honestly feels kind of like a liquidity trap. Should we have downside consideration? Should we face further downside? Then I have those targets for you. Know that I will never reach out to you first, and know that I'll never friend request you first or ask you for your crypto wallet or ask you for money transfers of weird kinds within the crypto. Guys, that's not me, okay? Make sure to ignore any Arca that comes up to you first. That is not me. Anyway, guys, yes. So, should we have further downside, guys? Really don't want to even mention these things, but your capitulation levels are this is a critical area of support, team. I want to write it down here for you, but I'm not saying that we're going there. I'm actually just saying that this would be an area that you want to make sure to maintain above, right? We already have some lines drawn in there anyway, but just like this here, this zone here is an absolute must maintain area. 265.19 to 272.91 must maintain. If we start getting closures of your daily time frame below the areas of 269, then we can absolutely introduce 250s to 247s. Guys, do not even think about it. But so far, momentum is leading for a pretty nice push, actually, from the bottom side of today, which was around 283. Yeah, we're looking at about a 10-cent jump from here, potential 10 to 14 cents. So let's keep that in mind, guys. But for now, I can't really validate anymore, guys, other than just observing this for the immediate short term and then seeing what's up. As we do have the Fed coming up on Thursday, initial jobless claims and continuing jobless claims, lots of catalysts coming in, guys. Those things are usually they kind of make the markets a little volatile. Okay, guys. So that's something that we have to keep in mind here too. The other thing is that we typically run into Jerome Powell too. So if it is of any chance here, then yeah, price action may actually revert here or reverse here and start its incline into Thursday, where Jerome Powell will be speaking. We also have the FOMC minutes coming in. We have a few things in line, guys, for macro catalysts. So let's keep ourselves from major positioning right now, guys. It's a little uncertain, right? I can see that we can do this, that we can do that, right? But I just wanted to come and give you an honest opinion. Should it be that we still have good news coming in? I honestly, guys, I don't even know why we're even bearish in the first place. The market is still pretty good. Observing this thing on a 10-day time frame and kind of looking back like this just feels like you're inside of a, like a bull flag or something here, guys, or this could be a right angle triangle of sorts or a falling wedge, right? These things usually lead for upside. Yeah, this is a falling wedge. Yeah, so lower lows, lower highs, converging, that's usually upside. So, yeah. So if anything, guys, you reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com and everything will be good. But I think this is a pretty good place to leave off, and we'll speak very scary soon. All right, team. Adios, and yeah, adios. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. Ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very good rest of your night and or day, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team. Oh yeah.